what we've got here is we got a bass run by the this side here, this 1 mm here. This is it's actually, is it 4 or 5 mm, George? Or is it 6?
2.
2?
Yeah, using the bottom 2.
No, I mean the setup here.
Oh, that's
This
4.
is Scott's. This
4.
is Richard's.
There's 4.
Okay. And then this one.
That's later.
Okay. So basically, just have a little bass patch going here, and then a little. You heard the little arpeggiated patch on here, and you're welcome to come and play with the Miami. I think it sounds. It's controversial. I'll say it sounds better than the 808. It has a lot more features. It's got MIDI and sync. You know, that's something that's kind of critical that you really would like to have. And you know, usually someone will put up a video for this Miami, and then everybody just bashes it and says it doesn't sound like 808. Even if it's not trying to be an 808, it's a really good drum machine. So I've had an 808 for maybe 18 years, and I think that sounds pretty damn good. So and then so I was playing some stuff on this thing. This is basically the Centaur that George designed, what, around 78 or 79?
Yep.
Okay. And then that whole concept got moved into the modular system, which he started a couple of years ago. This has, and George can correct me, this has 4 oscillators. One's a dedicated LFO, one's dedicated to sample and hold, and then you got 2 audio oscillators, and a filter, and then an AD, and an ADSR. And you've got all sorts of modulation routes and things like that. Basically everything that you'd want in a monosynth is on there. And then it has this right here, which is a left-hand controller, which I still don't use too much, but I can bring up a pitch here. You got pitch down, and George put in these trim pots for me so I can get dive bombs. Pitch up. And then I've got a sick LFO, but we'll fix it. So you can bring in the LFO over here too, just like you would like a, I guess you can look at it as sort of, you know, your standard mod wheel and such. You got that. And then you also have control of your filter here. So you got filter up and filter down. And of course you can use everything at once if you want to. It also has a way to, when you bring in the LFO into the filter, you got a separate key for that, and you have one for the amplifier as well. But they all depend on that LFO, which is having problems. You can hear that. And also, there's white noise too. So if you want to turn off, you can shape white noise if you want. Let's see, one of the other things that's cool about it. It has a repeating, the AR here, the AD is actually a repeating one. You can set up to repeat. And then, oh, another cool thing is that the modes of the filter are all on a single pot. So you start fully counterclockwise at low pass. You got band pass in the middle, and then you got high pass up at the full clockwise. Oh, and then I was using this vocoder with the audio out from the Centaur. Any questions? Any more questions?
How are you switching from playing the actual tones on the Centaur and then to the vocoder?
Oh, well, what I did is I just turned the Centaur down on the second tune. So you heard it, but it has dual outs on it. It's got a low and a high, and so I was running the high into the, running the low into the vocoder. And so you would have heard a little bit of the Centaur in there, but it's just, I'm following it anyway, so. Any other questions?
How am I going to get the cowboy song out of my head?
Well, that's a weird one, isn't it? There's a guy, this matrixsynth guy. He posts this guy. Who's the guy?
Vocoder man, I think.
Vocoder man or something like that. He's got one of these or something like it, and then he used to talk to his dog through the vocoder and put the video on YouTube. So I don't know, I got sudden inspiration and I was making demos with the MMM. So I came up with that and I just put a little...
Well, Cowboy, the story is the dog ended up passing away.
Yeah, the dog died, so...
And the dog's name is Cowboy.
Yeah, it's real tragic.
And so...
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, any kind of microphone. Like I said, this is kind of ghetto because I had one of these old Shure microphones and I just screwed in the thing to these nice headphones. I don't know, these like $250 headphones or something.
Not nice anymore.
They're nice for me.
They work.
They work, but there's a better way to do it, right? Yeah.
What's wrong with the LFO, George?
I don't know, it's out of warranty.
Yeah, I think if I hit it, it'll. If I tap on it, it goes back. It's basically just there's some short occurring, and so.
I think it's alcohol induced.
No, it's not because I dropped it. But yeah, that should be easy to fix. When we pull the board out, it works fine. When we put the board in there, it doesn't work. So. Got to figure out what's wrong with that. But there's so many other things to do right now. Like Centaur isn't a pressing priority. Anyway, so any other questions?
How do you gate the skulls?
Oh, that's due to this guy. So he'll talk about that. He just told me to feed it a C and a C sharp, and so that's what I did.
Yeah. There's MIDI control. Just basically copied one of the drum tracks and sent them out to the skulls.
Well, you get the award for following the theme for today's meeting.
Oh, all right.
Halloween themes.
Yay!
Keep it appropriate.
Pizza's here.